Okay, we're going to be teaching a dance level 1 unit on levels, and they'll be the students and I'll be the teacher. Okay, so today we're going to talk about a new element of dance. I want you to watch me do a movement phrase, and I'm going to do it twice. And I want you to look for what I'm doing differently, what that element might be.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the first one. I'll just find it right. Okay, that was the first one. Now I'm going to do it again and watch for differences, what you notice. I'm keeping it in the frame.
You traveled more.
I traveled more. What else did you notice?
You were down a little bit more the second time.
Down low. Which one was funner to watch?
That one.
The second one? So what do you think?
Yeah.
Second one? Okay, so come sit in a circle. And I want you to look at these pictures. And if I were teaching this, I would have it on a projector or something. But it's just on my computer today. Okay, so you said that I was lower at certain times and higher at other times. What do you notice about this picture, these skyscrapers?
One really tall one.
Yep. And which one, can't remember this, compared to those?
Really uniform.
Which one's more exciting to look at?
First one.
You like the first one? Okay, how about,
Oh, that's pretty. I like that.
do they have levels?
Mm-hmm.
We've got the high mountains, the low lakes, the medium trees, compared to this desert picture.
Yeah, it's just flat.
So why is this one more fun to look at? What would you guess?
They're all on different levels.
Yeah.
Levels and colors.
Yeah, colors, all these different dynamics, right? So we're going to focus on the dynamic of levels today, though, obviously. So if there were more of us, I would split you up into groups of at least 3, so students would feel comfortable. But we're just going to go, we'll have you two go at the same time.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Let's have you guys come through this panel. We'll have you start on this end. And first we're going to explore the low level. So I want you to imagine there's a ceiling about maybe to your hips, that high. And you can't hit your head. The ceiling is restricting you. I want you to think about what body parts you can use to travel on the low level. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Questions? Nope. Okay, I'm going to turn on some music and we'll have Amy and Mary go.
Do you go at the same time?
Yeah, let's have you go at the same time.
Okay. Are we still in frames?
Yeah. And we're going to play music that is not super distracting for students with certain learning disabilities, like maybe ADHD. Okay, so let's have you guys line up and discover that low level on the ground. Go when you're ready. And you can just go to about here where the video cuts off. Nice exploration. Okay, and then once everyone has traveled through, we're going to explore the medium level. This is just about where you stand, your head. So if there's a ceiling here, what can I do? And I mean, you can go low, but let's try to keep it all medium right now. travel through the medium space.
Okay.
What different body parts can you use? Nice, Amy. Okay, now everyone's got a grasp. Now we're going to explore the high level. You don't have a ceiling here. You can jump and leap and go high on your toes, reach with your foot, reach with your hand. Any way to explore the high level. So go ahead. Great job. Okay, so during that, as the teacher, I would have pointed out things to students, maybe talk to them on the side, giving them positive feedback, critiques, anything. So now we're going to combine the levels, high, medium, and low. And as you go across, I want you to think of moments where you can be really low, really high, and combine those dynamics. Okay. And when you're ready. Okay, and then after they've explored those dynamics, I would have them split into pairs, but since there's only two, we won't do it. But they would explore those three dynamics all together and then have a peer watch them, and they would talk about what they saw, what they liked, what they disliked, and then the next peer would try it. Do you guys want to do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So let's have it. Who wants to watch first? Okay, so Amy will watch Meredith do all three levels, and then they'll talk about it.
Okay.
Good job.
Nice. Okay. I'll go talk mine.
I really liked how you used all three levels and you transitioned between them nicely. So it wasn't like one level. Okay. Now this level. You transitioned and you threw in a little jump. Yep. It's good.
Good job. So now Amy will go.
Okay.
And she would be doing this with groups, but since there's two of them, just a solo right now.
That's all. I liked your movement. You're very fluid and going through the different levels, and it was very interesting and captivating to watch.
So after we would finish the across the floor, we'd gather again. And I'll pause the music.
I didn't even. It's so fun.
Okay, so what did you guys experience with the levels? What did you enjoy?
It's more interesting. Just kind of exploring with your body and movement.
Yeah. So did it help to watch your partner to see how the levels made it more interesting to watch? Did that help you to see the dynamic?
Yep.
Cool. So when we're creating movement, we can incorporate that, right? We can, when we're choreographing, we can notice, am I just low all the time, or it's easy to get stuck in the middle plane because that's your height. So am I just in the middle plane, or am I reaching as high as I can and using all levels? So if we were in real class, I'd have a discussion talking about levels, and then I would have a written response that they could write as we were discussing of what they experienced and learned, so kids wouldn't